皆さんおはようございます。さあやってまいりましたデッドバイデイライト10周年の生放送をミラー配信していこうと思うんですけれども、皆さん起きてますか？今ちょうどなんか写真とメッセージみたいなのが流れてきましたが、もうねあとね10分ぐらいかな、10分後ぐらいにいろいろと始まるんじゃないか。毎年周年とかだと放送がね、生放送あったんですけど、今年もあるみたいって。みんな起きてるかな？私は今ちょうどアイスを食べております。さっきちょっとお風呂入って暑くてね、コンビニ行ってアイス買ってきた。アイス食べながら見ていこうかな。さてと、あと10分ぐらい、もう間もなく始まるんですけど、先にメッセージが、英語ができたら多分全部読めるんだろうね。英語ができたら。ちょっと音も上げとくか。今ちょうどねさっき見てたんですけど、DBD の公式の方も5時間6時間とかかな、生放送してたみたいで、ちょっとコスプレとか見てた。コスプレなんか会場があって、そこでなんか全世界の DBD プレイしてる人たちが集まってコスプレしたりしてましたけど、見ましたか？今日てっきり朝方やるからなんかそれ以外放送ってないのかなと思ってたら、なんか会場でやってたみたいだね。日本からもね参加した人がもしかしたらいるかもしれないよね。なんか出てるな。なんか出てるちょっと待って、なんだこれ。これ翻訳なのかな？なんか出てるぞ。で文字になってないね。かきくけこさしすせそ立ちつてと何々。テストみたいな感じかな。テストみたいな文字、テキストが流れてる。これ翻訳してくれんのかな、これもしかして。さあ、あとどれぐらいだ？
If I could describe Dead by Daylight in one word, I would say fantastical.
DBD en un mot, c'est horreur.
Pour moi, c'est le fun.
かっ
Vénérable.
こいいな、この背景のやつ。
Intense.
Happy accident.
Aventure.
Thrilling.
Surprise.
Fashionable.
Inclusive.
Chaotic.
ワクワクします。
Asymmetrical.
次の
Legion.
新キラーの情報
The
が
Trapper.
出るっぽいからね。
Life.
Point tournant.
Brutal.
Un jeu de cache-cache.
Dead by Daylight, pour moi, en un mot, c'est... Ah!
エコーがすごい。エコーがすごい。
Alors, Dead by Daylight représente pour moi mon quotidien, en fait, depuis 5 ans. Des gens formidables avec qui je travaille, des utilisateurs exigeants, et puis du fun tous les jours.
Dead by Daylight means a lot to me because it isn't just a job. It's a phase of my life that I've been able to do a whole lot of stuff I couldn't do previously in my career. And a lot of that is due to the team being so community-centric on DBD. So we get to do a lot. We have a lot of respect for community within the dev team.
C'est un jeu que j'apprécie beaucoup jouer avec mes amis. Et professionnellement, c'est une superbe expérience humaine et de gens passionnés.
Well, it means an
ちょっとちっちゃくなった。
opportunity to
今やっ
create
て
a
るな、
very
ここで。
interesting horror and also action
これリアルタイムで打ってくれるのかな、
based
もしかし
experience
て。
for people to have that thrill to enjoy.
Les joueurs, on sait qu'ils ont énormément de fun et de plaisir à jouer à notre jeu. Et nous, chez Behavior, on a énormément de plaisir à travailler dessus et à proposer du nouveau contenu.
Dead by Daylight means a fun journey for me,
そう
fun
そう
and
配信か。
unexpected
私は
journey
関係ない
because you can try out new different
エコーって二重で
builds,
聞こえ
new
る
perks.
感じですか？
You can try out new cosmetic options, you know, it is always fun to do that. I love that actually. And also the lore is amazing, super deep. You can deep dive into many different rabbit holes. So yeah, it is an unexpected and fun journey for me.
Pour moi, c'est une évolution de 9 ans où j'ai commencé comme VFX artiste comme junior, que j'ai vu le projet grandir. J'espère que vous remarquez aussi ces changements pour vous. Puis même en tant que joueur,
あ、裏で X が自動再
peut-être
生。
que
ああ、
vous évoluez aussi à
思った。
votre propre manière.
うち1個
Being
しか
part
放
of
送開い
that
てな
journey
いか
has
ら。
been super exciting,
Cool.
and it
I
made
think I've
every
been-
single
I
release and
cannot.
update meaningful.
I've worked on it from 2 different angles,
たまにある
production
裏
and
で
support, and I
なんか
can
落と
see
して
that
るみ
it's
た
a
いな。
passion project from all angles.
It's a great way to connect through gaming.
It's
meant a complete change of life for me, and it's been brilliant.
あ、でも
What
10
Dead
周
by
年
Daylight
ってこ
means
と
to
は
me,
また
I've
今
been
年
working
1
on
年
Dead by
の
Daylight for 8 years. It's been a big
あ、
part
な
of
のか
my
な、
life
計
at
画
this
とか
point.
も見せ
I
てくれるの
think
か
it
な。
means to me a little bit like home. It's all my way from home where I work with my
毎
colleagues
年やっ
for a
て
long
る
time.
ロードマップ。
Ben, c'est le plus gros
今年1年
projet
のロード
de
マッ
jeu
プみたい
vidéo
な。
sur lequel j'ai jamais travaillé. C'est un projet de passion.
What is most
もうすぐ
exciting for
Jason
me is,
来て、
you
そ
know,
の
when I
後
discuss with people who have been on the
イッ
project
トの
since
コ
the
ラボ
very
が
beginning,
来そうみ
the
たいな。
level of excitement, the level of passion is still the same.
C'est un
10周
projet
年放送でなんかその映
absolument
像が流れるみ
intense,
たいな。
mais absolument
だ
fantastique.
からね。
It's the unique cat and mouse gameplay, which I love in
大体
horror
なんか毎
movies and
年
which I love in this game.
The only
放
place
送終わって
where
す
you
ぐ
can have
に
all of these
PTB みたいな。
iconic horror
流れは毎
franchises
年あっ
and
たんだ
unique
けど。
horror characters
今
coming
年はさす
together
がに
to live out your
ないかな。
wildest horror fantasies.
Over the year, I had the fantastic experience of witnessing a group of people going through multiple horror projects and delivering what is known as Dead by Daylight today.
It was my first job right outside of university, and I've met so many wonderful people working and playing on this game.
C'est l'accomplissement d'avoir un lien direct avec les joueurs.
Je suis un énorme fan d'horreur et de jeux vidéo, donc c'est un honneur pour moi de travailler sur ce jeu-là.
Meilleur job de la vie, quoi.
Ouais, meilleur job à vie.
C'est une équipe, c'est des collègues, c'est des amis, et c'est aussi la communauté, c'est vous.
もう間もなく。
I think the most important thing to say, if I could speak to the community right now, is thank you. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here for 10 years without you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Merci.
Si je pouvais parler à la communauté, j'aimerais leur dire un grand merci pour tout ce qu'ils font, pour tout leur retour, leur feedback, et merci de nous permettre de continuer à travailler sur ce projet-là de nombreuses années encore.
Have fun and remember that the killers on the other side, the survivors on your other side, if you're a killer, we're all just playing to have the best time.
Let's just have fun, try out new builds, try out new cosmetics, try out every single thing, and again, just have fun and try to survive, I guess. Or if you're the killer, kill people.
Thank you so much for keeping the fog alive. It's because of the community that makes this game so special.
Merci d'être patient avec nous, merci de persister, merci d'être là, nous rapporter les bugs techniques quand il y en a, nous rapporter vos expériences, vos joies, vos peines. On est là.
Dead by Daylight, ça n'existe pas sans vous. On fait ce projet-là pour vous. Donc, merci d'être avec nous dans cette aventure incroyable.
Keep being passionate. Keep creating. Whether it's fan art, cosplay, stream, all that content is really such an amazing thing to see. But also keep challenging us, right? We read the good and we read the bad, and we react on it, and we try to make it better every day. So do it respectfully, but keep doing it, and that's what leads us to improve the game on a daily basis. Thanks. There are so many of you that have over 10,000 hours, let alone 1,000 hours in this game. Your commitment to DBD is unbelievable, and we never forget that.
To our community, I want to say thank you for your support and your love. We've been listening to you at Behavior. Our community managers are your voice internally. They're talking to the team, and we are shaping our priorities according to what we are hearing and all the voices that we are hearing from you.
Thank you for giving us 10 amazing years of Dead by Daylight and for taking me off the hook every time I get hooked. I really appreciate you keeping me in the trial. You guys are all cuties, especially the competitive community. I love watching you guys 1v1 me someday.
Merci pour tout votre amour, toute votre passion et on adore vous lire en ligne, lire vos commentaires, c'est extrêmement le fun. Merci.
I'd say thank you for being with us for 10 years, and you've not seen anything yet. The
出た
next few
Dead by
are
Daylight
going to be wild.
カタカナあったね。どうなんだろうね、あれ海外とかだとかっこいいのかな、カタカナ。コーヒー入れながら対決。シロさん、2つのモードが追加されるって何だと思いますか？なんだろうね、2クリエイターも来てるしね。2つの新モード。なんだろうな、今まで結構いろんなモードやってるからな。それも発表されるとかなんとか。まさか別ゲームじゃ違うよね。うわ、なんか懐かしい映像が。懐かしいね。
We want to make sure that you understand just how committed we are. This is just the beginning for us.
マシュも若かったな今。あ、出てるね、日本語が。翻訳してくれるのかな。あとあれ映画もあるからね、 DBD。 映画の情報も出たりするんだろうか。これは始まりに過ぎませんから。お、あと3分ぐらいか。ちょっと音でかいかな。ちょっとだけちっちゃくしとこう。なんだろうな、2つ新モードね。2V8 あるしな。かといって生存者が増えたりするとキラーの負担が多くなるしね。昔みたいななんかランク制みたいな、昔はね頑張ってランク維持するみたいなのありましたけどね。今とかだと上がっても下がらないもんね。今だと学術書が消えちゃってアーカイブになったか。アーカイブだから新しいなんか学術書に代わる何かが来るのかな、もしかしたら。あとは期間限定モードみたいなね、たまにやってるからね、期間限定モードみたいな。今とかでもなんか期間限定のイベントあったとしても一定期間だけだもんね。常設はしてないしな。学術書を使ってなかった。学術書ね。学術書課題クリアするとポイントもらえるみたいなやつだから、ね、やり込み要素みたいな感じで気軽にやれるところから、こんなの無理じゃないのみたいな激ムズ難易度まで多種多様にありましたからね。今でも一応学術書できるから気になる人はっていう。さあもう始まりますけど、一番最初はジェイソン、いやイットかな。やっぱイット出すかな。まだキラーの姿見てないからな。あれイットじゃないのみたいな 言われたぐらいですね。あ、来た。びっくりした。ダメだね。
It started with a game, and we all play in the dark. It's a ritual, a grand spectacle, and we celebrate. And celebrate. And celebrate. Until someone wins. And tonight, it's you.
誰かが処理するまでお祝い。
And now you're here. You hunted. You survived. And we celebrate you. You are the game.
お、ライブ会場。さっきコスプレしてたところじゃないこれ。会場から生放送か。
A little more.
Keep some. Keep some.
Thank you.
Okay, now to everybody watching at home and to the nearly 3,000 people who are here live at the event, thank you so much for being with us today and welcome to Dead by Daylight's 10th anniversary celebration.
お、3000人。3000人来てる。
Now, I need to give a huge shout out to the fans, to the devs, to the whole team who made sure that this event worked. There's a couple of Catrins and Alex's and others that Marie-Claude who have been working very hard, and a ton that I'm not going to name, but seriously, people worked really hard to make sure that this was the best day ever. We also want to thank the volunteers and the partners. We have some great partners that are here to help celebrate with us, so thank you. For those of you who don't know, I'm Mathieu. I will be your host tonight. I am thrilled to be here with Dave and Jose to start this celebration together.
Okay, so before we start, I just have to say hi to Pascal. Salut Pascal!
Good job.
All right. So, of course, when we made Dead by Daylight, we set out to build something different. It's a game that we wanted to play. A horror game where you can be a survivor and that you can also be the killer. It could let people experience the things that we loved because we grew on horror movies and horror games and everything horror. It's our passion.
Yeah.
And then you showed up for it, and we're super grateful. You showed up for 10 years. It's so amazing.
あ、チャッキーいたな今。
And you showed up today. We first in Montreal right now. We have players coming from 25 different countries. This is insane. This is a testament of how we grew over the years. We cannot express how much the moments we have shared with you today have meant to the team. It's deeply fulfilling. It's quite overwhelming, to be honest with you. And we hope that everyone here right now, and during the whole day, but also during the last 10 years, enjoyed this time as much as we did.
Now, after 10 years, it is clearer than ever that Dead by Daylight wasn't just something that we built within the team. It's
お、エコーかかった。
It's something we built together, with you, And that's the reason that it worked. Now the content creators, the streamers, the cosplayers, the artists, the fanfic writers, it's true. Don't forget those. I see you. You didn't just play Dead by Daylight, you helped it become more than just a game, more than just a community, but a whole world. And I'm proud to say that you have all done a pretty good job so far.
盛り上がってるね。すごいね、お客さんね。
And today was a perfect example of that. For everyone watching at home, here's a look at what we got up to today here. Oh yeah. Beautiful skyline of Montreal. This is absolutely amazing to have everybody here with us. Thank you so much for joining us. There were some gaming stations where we showed the new independent games that we'll be helping with. This was one of the highlights. Some people took amazing pictures in the claws of the entity. I hope everybody managed to grab one of those Maurice plushies.
でかい焚き火。おお、プレイできるようになってんだ。
To play the game because, you know, that's what we're here for. Our team at the immersive department of behavior created an awesome wall of killers also for you to enjoy. I hope you took some great pictures. It was so fun, at least for us, to be able to look at this and sort of be part of their universe and see them like that. Now, again, thank you so much for being with us for this.
All right. So, this anniversary marks obviously a huge milestone for Dead by Daylight. Because of that, we want to do things a little differently. Today, we will be more transparent than we have ever been when it comes to what we're going to present to you.
大きなもの。これもの？
It will be a bit less about deep dives and more about celebrating what got us here and where we are heading next.
So, okay, we know that you can't wait to know about all the future stuff, but we will kick it off with a look back and fun behind the scenes about the earliest days of Dead by Daylight. Then we'll show off some amazing upcoming content for the next couple of months, but also for the whole year. But, you know, we'll also keep some surprises for later because we love to surprise you and to delight you. And then we will close things out with probably the biggest endeavor we've ever made in the history of our game. One we're hoping that will shape the next 10 years, at least, of Dead by Daylight. Hey, you're a good crowd. We love you. Thank you.
We love you too. Now, before we get started, as I said, today is as much about celebrating our game and our community as it is about celebrating everything that goes with it. So many people traveled here to join us. We've had the chance to meet many of you. And so over the course of the show, we'll have a roving reporter / community director, Mr. Eric Pope.
モントリオールの会場、野外みたい。そうみたいだね。なんか室内もあるっぽいけど、こう映してるところ外っぽいね。3000人入るところって会場みたいなところ抑えたんだよね。
That's right. I'm in with the community, as is my job, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm very honored to be here with all of you. Thank you for coming. I love you all. So my real job is to cover while they do transition, so I'm going to talk a lot tonight, so get used to that. But Jose mentioned something that I wanted to dig into a little bit more. We have a lot of people from around the world. 5 continents, in fact. If you know geography, that's most of the continents. A dude came from Guam. That's in the middle of the ocean on the other side of the world. There's people from Ireland, from China. 19 people from Japan are here. pretty amazing. So I really wanted to get you guys warmed up. That's actually what I want to do right now. So I'm let's do a little call and response. Okay. So first one. How many killer mains do we have here?
盛り上がってるね。
Okay. Survivor mains?
諦めの人。
It's about a 4-to-1 ratio. I want to know how many of you have been playing DBD since day one?
あ、少ない。
Okay. I want to know how many of you have 1,000 hours of game time?
最初からプレイしてる人何人かいる。
Here's the tricky one. How many of you have over 10,000 hours of game time? What? All right. Before I hand it back to Matt and the gang, I wanted to bring on one of our friends, your friend and mine. Come here, young man.
1万時間。
Come here. Hi. How are you?
Thank you.
I am joined by the lovely Otsdarva. I'm going to be grabbing folks throughout the night to chit-chat. So, 10 years of DBD, you've been around. What has it been like to watch it grow over the years?
Well, it's a great coincidence because I also started making videos and streams about 10 years ago.
Amazing.
And it started with me in a room doing things in a really clumsy way. And now I've come a long way, me, my community, my content. I get to hire editors, 3D modelers, artists, and do things that honestly blow my mind. And I feel like the game has also come such a long way as well. Like, I remember when this game had trailers that were voiced by Matthew Cote, and when half the dev team was on the live streams, and we did not give them a minute of peace back then.
Did you see that he took it back? He took his catchphrase back. Can you believe that?
Yeah, no, we were waiting with anticipation. I don't think we got to play the hack rematch, but I will bother you about that.
Snap.
You know, maybe for the next year. But it's been a lovely, lovely time, and I'm so proud of the community and for everyone that's built it.
Absolutely, and you and so many more have been such a huge part of it, and that's what we're here tonight celebrating. So, Otz, thank you. You can sit and enjoy the rest of the show. I told you I was going to talk a lot. I shouldn't be. But last thing, we do have Twitch drops for you watching at home. If you are on Twitch, they're available only until the 16th, so watch a lot of streams. And then one last thing, I don't know if they have an asset for it, but we're doing something cool starting on the 16th. You can get a Jason Twitch chat badge and a DBD chat badge. We've never done that before. I want to know what you think of it. It's going to be fun. All right, I'm going to shut my mouth now and hand it back to Matt and Dave and get back to the show. Thank you, everybody.
毎年なんかここでコードとか出るよね。それまた出るのかな。
All right. As we said earlier, we'll start with a little trip back down memory lane. Because as much as today's about celebrating where Dead by Daylight is going to go, it's also about remembering how it all started. And to do that right, obviously, we need one more person to help us out here. Someone who helped
思い出深いイベン
define
トを用意してる。
the spirit of what Dead by Daylight is in those early days. I'm of course talking about Dead by Daylight's original creative director and now creative director on the upcoming Blight Survival, Ash Pannell. Please give him a warm welcome.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Oh, we're hugging.
Come on, give me a hug.
Now, the last time us three were on stage like this, except for the rehearsal, was when on year one we were at the Canadian Video Game Awards receiving a trophy for the Trapper, in fact, and for the Player's Choice Awards, which was ridiculously meaningful to us.
Oh, yeah.
So it was really cool.
It was amazing. But that was not the first time we'd worked together. We may not have worked much in the last 10 years together, up to the build-up of Dead by Daylight, but we'd always worked together, but all of us in different ways on different projects. And really, like, where does an idea like Dead by Daylight come from? It comes from, it took us a long time. Like, this may be the 10th year since its launch, but it took us many years beforehand to get to that point.
With you, today we're celebrating the 10th year anniversary of DBD, but for us it's like
16?
16.
Something
I mean,
like that,
it goes back to a little franchise we were working on about a very naughty bear. If you
Yeah.
come on. And we were doing a multiplayer game mode, and me and Dave were working late into one night, and we were doing a called Jelly
Naughty
Wars,
bear.
which involved 3 bears being hunted down by a naughty bear. They had to do it, and really it was kind of the very inspiration for making this asymmetrical horror game.
Sounds a lot like DBD.
I mean, it really was, and it was super cool. And it took us years from that point to then keep building momentum. We built the prototype,
We're here at
and
the
then that gathered
Dead
more
by
momentum,
Daylight
and then
official
eventually
Time we
we
showed
moved
it,
on.
people were like,
これ最初の頃とかじゃない
There we go.
our very, very
あ
first dev
え
diary.
ー、
Oh my god.
全然違う
Cheese.
Look at
10年前とかじゃない
Full of cheese.
Yes.
Can you put the serious background?
若い
That is the first time.
Oh,
Here we
that's
go.
us winning awards at the Canadian
Kawaii.
video games.
Good
But so
times.
this led to us essentially doing more prototypes and trying to get that idea.
あー、
again and
全然違
again
う
because
デ
it
ッ
was
ド
so
バイデイ
good.
ライトっ
And every
て
time we showed it,
これ最初期の頃なんじゃない
People would watch it,
プ
they
ロ
would
トタ
see
イ
it,
プ
whether we were in the grey box or whether we took the earliest version to PAX and E3. I mean, this madness of launching our game.
一番最初のやつはもう
That's
ね
that's E3 when we launched the game in the all.
about a third of the team went to E3 to launch the game, which is a
初期の頃
terrible
の写
idea.
真
Let's be honest, it was all the well, they were all
全然違
important,
っ
but
たな
like, we were all there. The technical
あ
director,
んな感じだったのか
everyone was
And
like,
the rest of the team
今
was
の
at
が
home
かっこいいもんね
freaking
黒
out because
黒基調
everything
の
was
方が
exploding and we weren't there.
we weren't there. We didn't know.
And are there things in the prototype or in the early game that didn't make it to the game?
The flying killer.
Yeah.
Still haven't done that.
Yeah.
The one that smashes everything in the entire level.
Yeah. The little piglet
The
running
piglet.
around. The piglet.
The
初
little
期だと
piglets,
トラッ
yeah.
パーもなんかちょっと姿違ったもん
But a
ね
lot of them made it through eventually. Like a lot of
I'm sorry, guys. We're being told to wrap it up. So, because I mean, look, there's a lot of story. The 3 of us, could talk forever here about
一人ピグレッ
Pass
ト
on
ち
Dead by Daylight because it really changed us. It changed our career. Since the very early days, we became
Change
friends.
behavior.
Yes, we are a family, brothers.
Friends. Yes.
Yes. And yeah, so it evolved how we work, how behavior is, the next project we've been doing. And yeah, we're still here after all those years because we love Dead by Daylight and because you're here, of course. And we hope that those first ambassadors of the game that supported us in those early days are still enjoying it as much as we are.
Now, so much of this success we're talking about is, of course, thanks to the mysterious evil only known as the Entity. Now, it is the true secret sauce of Dead by Daylight. And the Entity doesn't just create horror, it collects it. And it's given us a chance to really do what we do and to go and gather legends from everywhere around the horror world in one very special place. So from FNAF to Stranger Things to Alien, Sadako, Resident Evil, the list goes on.
いやー増えたねすごい
Oh. I'm curious. Since we're all here,
収まりきらないぐらいいるもんね
let's just name our favorites. Of course, I'll start. I'll say Halloween because he was our very first one, and he's the first one that came in. And then I'll go Nicolas Cage because that was crazy.
So good. For me, I mean, it's no surprise. It has to be.
うんニコラス・ケイジもね
Good choice.
Like I
Good
can't
choice. Yeah. Nutty Bear Tree, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, it has to be Silent Hill. Absolutely. I played this game so much. It was an inspiration to me. And as a second choice, it would be our next upcoming chapter, a legend that we tried to have for so long. It's a character we always wanted to have. Yeah, and it always belonged here. So let's take a look.
あこれこの前のあれだったんじゃないジェイソンの映像のやつじゃない相当の時間声を映してたらしいもんね ジェイソンと一緒になんかオリジナル生存者みたいなのも追加って言ってたからね。いやジェイソンよかったな PTB。もう会場うわーじゃないジェイソン来たーみたいな。あ、なってるなってる。いいね。あ、来てるぞジェイソン。
Okay. I'm comfortable.
Big fan.
でっかい。
Yeah, we're fan for real. So yeah, after all this time, he's finally here with us in the Museum of Horror, and now it feels a little bit more complete in the universe of Dead by Daylight. Yeah. So, Jason has been playable as part of our Steam PTB for a few weeks now, and in just a couple more days, he'll be officially releasing across all platforms, even this one here. Right, buddy? Okay.
これをプレイすることができる。
So let's have a look on actually in the PTB how it happened.
Gotcha with that two-tap.
Oh, おお、当てた。
15-yard throw. Can he throw it again?
Jason also has a secret Mori.
No way!
Hello, surprise.
Please, please, it's so over, bro.
We're
あ、なんか頭にかぶってるぞ。アルミのやつや。電波遮断してるやつじゃない。
Well, bye. Oh, hey, everybody. As you just noticed, I'm joined now with Polyester, the one and only. We're talking about the game's evolution right there, and you have also, like Mr. Otz, watched the game evolve over the years. What's it been like witnessing it, experiencing it, being there alongside the game and its journey?
Well, first of all, thanks to all the killer mains who stuck with this game from the early days, because you suffered, okay? You couldn't kick generators. There were 2 windows in the shack. You had a vault speed that was slow as molasses. The survivors could break your hooks permanently. The trapper, you could have your traps broken permanently, and yet you all persevered. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. But eventually, incrementally, the game improved.
Yeah.
And even through all of those early pains with the infinite loops, the Steam count, my friend told me today, never dropped below 15,000 players per month on average in all of that time through the growing pains.
Yeah. It was pretty remarkable from the start, yeah. And now here we are 10 years later.
It's a
Can you
beautiful
believe
thing.
you're still playing this video game?
Yes, I can.
Good. Don't stop. We wanted to have Polly on because he's so emblematic of our streamers, which are central to the success of this game. And anyone who's a streamer here, I want to commend you because you are all community managers. Genuinely, you're managing your own communities and making our community better, and you're doing your own part. And yours in particular, I find particularly wholesome. So thank you, Polly.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
初期の頃はいろいろあったからね。フック落とされたら二度と戻らないとかね。罠壊されたら終わりみたいな。
Jason's everywhere. How does he do that?
I was in an elevator with him today. He was
窓枠は閉じないわ。
moist.
板は死ぬほどあるわで。すごかったもんね。
Well, I think it's time we start actually showing you guys some new stuff, talking about some stuff we haven't talked about. Polly, do you like movies?
I love movies.
Well, I think it's time we give you a little more info
次の
on
やつ
a
か。
little movie
映画。
Dead by Daylight.
映画
Back to you, Matt.
映してくれるのかな。映画の話でも作ってるからね。おはようとおはようございます。DBD 10周年放送ミラー配信しております。今制作中の映画の話か。あ、3人ぐらい来るのかな、ステージに。椅子が用意されてる。
Now, who better to help me out with that than the folks that have been working behind the scenes,
ニュース。
bringing this incredible project to
デッドバイデイライ
life.
トの映画に
First
つい
up,
て。
help me welcome Dead by Daylight's own
情報
Stephen
共有者。
Maroney. He's the chief product officer at Behavior. He is also a producer on the movie and someone who's been part of the Dead by Daylight family since the very beginning. One of the key voices helping the team capture the spirit, the tone, and the authenticity of our game.
映画のプロデューサー。
Joining him is one of the biggest names in the modern horror and the producer of the Dead by Daylight movie, Jason Blum.
いい映画になるといいな。いっぱい嫌いいるからね。いっぱい作ってほしいよね。
I'm coming. Is it on? I'm coming here every day. I mean, this is amazing. Thank you very much. That's so nice of you guys. My day got so much better. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to join us. So, Stephen, we announced the movie a while back, but we haven't really discussed any of the details too much publicly. Can you kick things off by reminding people where we're at with this?
Absolutely. On the production side, as you know, we're lucky enough to have teamed up with Jason Blum and James Wan from Blumhouse Atomic Monster. We have a script in place, penned by Alexandre Aja and David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. Aja is the filmmaker behind Haute Tension and Crawl, and David Leslie wrote The Conjuring 2 and The Conjuring Last Rites, making him a long
いろいろ一緒になって制作してるんだよね、今。
a longtime collaborator of James Wan's. We could not be more excited by the story they've crafted for us.
Now, we are obviously... oh, yeah, okay. I'll let you take a picture. It's worth it.
Ah, 今撮ってる。
All right. I love it.
写真撮ったんだ。
Same thing this morning.
Okay.
見せるのかな。
Let me
こん
begin
な
by
感じでしたよ
asking
み
you,
たい
why
な。
Dead by Daylight? What interested you in this project?
Well, thank you for asking me. Thank you for having me here. We have built a company with Blumhouse and Atomic Monster off of various pieces of intellectual property that the fans are crazy about. We did Five Nights at Freddy's. We've done and a lot more. I'm not going to sit here and list my credits, but what I will say is it's really fun and a really great challenge to work on something that people are so passionate about and so emotional about and so sensitive about. And we've had great we're really partnering 100% or 50-50, whatever you want to call it, with Behavior, so that we make a movie that is for the fans. And if anyone else happens to like it, that's fine, but we're not making it for them. We're making it for you guys.
ファンの方々のため。いいね。いい映画にしてくれ。
So you're gonna really help us as we go along, not make any mistakes, and we hope this is one of many more to come, and we're really pleased that Behavior has not trusted us because, like I said, we're doing it together, but enlisted us to work with them to make a movie you're gonna love.
たくさん作っていく。
Not to go too much, not to give you too long an answer here, but I think where Hollywood has really made a mistake is coming into projects like this and saying, oh, you know your game, but we know the movies. And we took the opposite approach with Scott Cawthon and Five Nights at Freddy's, which is like, you know Freddy's, and we're going to help you realize what you think the perfect movie would be. And that's the approach we're taking here. It's a very deferential approach because what you guys feel so passionate about, we want you to feel that way about the movie. And the only way we'll be able to do that is to work closely with our friends at Behavior. So we can't wait to get going.
And we're sorry it's taken a little longer than we thought, but things are going to speed up right about now.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask.
Now I'm supposed to ask you.
Oh.
This is a setup question. I'm being set up. Now, why did you think Blumhouse Atomic Monster was the right home?
So I will list some more of your movies then, since you didn't want to do it earlier.
Fantastic.
So from Paranormal Activity to Saw and Insidious. Your track record is one with real staying power, which is exactly what we wanted from the studio that's adapting our game. With Five Nights at Freddy's, you took a beloved game and turned it into a cultural horror event for the entire world. For Dead by Daylight partner, that's the credential that matters the most. And you didn't rest on that track record at all. This year alone, Blumhouse Atomic Monster put two of the biggest horror films of the year into theaters at the same time, with Backrooms and Obsession.
Yes! 2本同時に劇場の方に
There is simply no other studio I'd want to be working with on this film.
Now, a few moments ago, we said we had an update for everyone. So, would you like to share some news?
We do indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally have a director for Dead by Daylight.
映画
So we're really happy to be partnering with this filmmaker. Our game is one that's rooted deeply in atmosphere. And it was our goal to find someone with a distinct visual style who's also a master at conveying the dread and tension you'd feel when you're playing Dead by Daylight. Here's a quick peek at some of his work.
Ah. 今痛いよね。うわ、やられちゃいそう。やられちゃいそう。火消したりする？やばい、やばいぞ。なんだ今の。
Now, that was a clip from the fantastic horror film The Damned. We are thrilled to have its director and the future director of the Dead by Daylight movie also here with us today. Help me welcome Thorder
いい感じそうだったね。さっきの映像だと。
Thank you so much for joining us.
映画監督。
Now, everyone here, we have had our own experiences with Dead by Daylight. I would like to
まだ映画はね、そうできてない。今作ってるところでね。
Well, I first discovered Dead by Daylight
まだ完成はしてないはずだから。
My flatmate at the time was playing the game constantly, and I would find myself walking by and get sucked into the game he was playing. And it's interesting because at the time I wasn't playing it, but I could just feel that this dread coming from the screen, and I get sucked in. And there's just something about that feeling. And he would constantly drag me back in, and I'd play it and play it. And what struck me about the game was how cinematic it was. And I was constantly waiting for something horrible to happen. And as a filmmaker, that really connected with me. And there's just something about the way that the game creates dread. It's very unique, and that's what drew me in initially.
Now, now, Stephen and Jason, I would like, bringing Dead by Daylight to the big screen is not going to be a small task, obviously. And when we started looking for a director, what was important to you? What were you looking for?
Well, it was really a process we went through together, and there were a lot of candidates who wanted to direct this movie. And I think both of us were really looking for someone whose work shared the same DNA as Dead by Daylight, and both of us really felt that in The Damned, even though they have nothing to do with one another, there's a shared DNA and a shared feeling, that shared sense of dread that we both want to see in the movie. And so we picked our fearless leader.
So for me, it started with the haunting beauty of The Damned. Every frame in the movie feels cold and inevitable. It's exactly the kind of atmosphere we live inside Dead by Daylight. But what sealed the deal for me, honestly, was talking to Thordor directly. He had a deep insight into the script that we had, as well as the game too. He genuinely knew the material. He didn't just show up with a surface level pitch, he put in the work, and that's what told me that he was the right person to lead this.
Now, Thordor, I know it's still early days, but can you give us a little inkling of what this world will look like through your lens?
Well, for me, the main thing is capturing the feeling of playing Dead by Daylight. The main thing is I want to capture the feeling of looking over your shoulder. I want to capture the dread, the tension, the fear of what's waiting for you in the fog. I love horror that stays with you after it's over. And that's the cinematic experience that we want to bring to the big screen for you guys.
いや、絶望感、緊張感。
I think I speak for everyone here when I say that we cannot wait to see what you'll put on the screen for us. Now, the last question, of course, everybody wants to know the story details. We're, of course, not quite ready to pull back the curtain, but is there something we can share?
Without giving too much away, what I can tell you is the film will take fans to some of the most iconic places in our world. Places like the Macmillan Estate and Greenville. And you can look forward to seeing some of your favorite faces in the fog. Recent fan favorites and original characters that started it all. We'll, of course, have more to share with you in the future, but for now, we plan for the Dead by Daylight movie to start shooting in 2027.
そのキャラクター。お、2027年。
Until then, thank you so very much for all three of you for joining me here and for joining everyone to share some of this. And thank you for coming to celebrate with us. Can't wait.
You guys are great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take it away, Eric.
Thanks, Matt. I'm over here. I'm deeper in the community. I've delved deeper into my beloved community. Hi, guys. So our amazing cameraman Eli and I thought to impress Jason Blum I would do an impromptu walk and talk for this segment. So this is the merch segment, folks. This is where we talk about the merch that's come to the game, like this hat that I'm wearing that you might have bought over in the merch store. It's working out, right, guys? The merch team has been busting ass. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've been to the merch store recently, new stuff, new types of stuff, last minute stuff like the cabin shirt, all sorts of cool things. So go check it out there. And speaking of merch, 10 of you have something hidden under your chairs. So check it out I don't know where those are. We're going to learn together. Let's have a look. Huh? Anyone?
あ、椅子の下になんかあるんだ。
Anyone? No?
10人。お、
I see one hand up. Yeah, yeah. Earlier today, I got to sit at a talk show desk, and now I've got my Oprah moment. Things are going great. So head over to the merch store if you want to check out those hats that they just got under their chairs. And now we're going to hand it back to the dev team to, yes, start talking about some new stuff, some reveals, and big surprises. Take it away. Thank you.
.新しいキャラの登場。今回はね、日本語の訳がなんかリアルタイムで出てくれるっぽくてすごく便利。助かる。
Okay. Maybe what?
I said it was really cool.
Okay, cool.
It's amazing.
Maybe the most exciting part of this for us is the chance for us to tell a true Dead by Daylight story. One that brings the original characters and lore we've been building for the last 10 years to the big screen. So it feels like the perfect reminder that alongside all of the incredible franchises we've welcomed into the fog, there's another side to our game. And that is just as important, the characters we create ourselves.
For sure. Yes, yes, indeed. So the things that scare us have so much to do with where we're from. The stories were told in the dark as kids, of course. Early on, it became incredibly important to us that those stories and the places they come from were represented in our game in a meaningful way.
Yeah, over the years, we've made it a priority to develop tools, habits, and most importantly, a perspective that lets us reflect different groups in our game with authenticity and respect. Not always, we've made mistakes, but we own up, we learn, and then we do better. Now, from the Oni to the Krasu and everything in between, representing different cultures throughout the world, we know that the world of horror is very, very wide, and that's one of the best parts of this job. I'm very happy to say we're going to do that again.
Yeah, and we hope you love when we explore different folklore and cultures of around the world. So for our anniversary chapter, of course, we have the amazing, iconic killer Jason, but we also wanted to have a survivor. And so we'll be following Jason with the release of a new, unconnected, original survivor coming out on June 25th. Let's take a look.
Some truths are better left alone.
6月25日。
Buried for a
10日後か。
or hiding in plain sight.
サバイバーがね、オリジナルみたいなの言ってたんだよね。
But sometimes, all the truth needs is someone to come looking for it. I thought I was hunting answers in the dark. Maybe the dark was hunting me.
なんかインディアンみたいな。
Look at that artwork.
今までにないタイプ。
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Thank you. It shows that it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So the survivor's name is Shane Wigwas, and he represents an important first for us at Dead by Daylight. He is our first ever indigenous character. So I'm not going to give you a huge background of this character because I want you to discover who he is. But he is from the Anishinaabe community.
バックグラウンドに関して。
He started his life as a lawyer, helping, people of his community being represented. And something horrible happened to him, of course, because it's Dead by Daylight. And he then traveled across the continent on his motorcycle, really cool, to help other First Nation community around the Americas. And so, until he eventually has been taken by the fog, of course. So, for anyone who wants to see him in action, our team will be doing a Let's Play to showcase him. And that's going to be on June 25th. So tune in, please. There's more. There's more. We're also very excited. Shane is getting his own unique voice in the game, obviously, not just in the trailer. And we're thrilled to say that we have the wonderful First Nation actor Dallas Goldtooth voicing him. You might know him from Reservation Dogs. Yeah.
Speaking of voice lines, it reminds me, not that teleprompter, it reminds me that it is part of a much larger project for Dead by Daylight. We're launching a long-term initiative to retroactively add voice lines to a wide range. He's happy.
That's the biggest one yet, I think.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
To a wide range of our original characters that didn't have that. So we'll be able to bring their personalities to life in a whole new way. With a roster this large as we have right now, it will be a slow rollout. It's going to start in the next year or so. But it's a big step towards making Dead by Daylight feel more alive, personal, and connected. So we cannot wait to get started.
Okay. All right, so here in Quebec we say attache ta tuque. When attache ta tuque, get ready because there's a lot of stuff tonight. And so we will continue here with something that really represents the anniversary well, and that's the grimoire. So if you haven't heard of the grimoire, I don't know, maybe you live in a cave under a rock. It's been a very cool chapter to build, with the team and you, and in hand, you were able to vote on shaping this whole chapter. The result is a chapter that explores themes completely new in Dead by Daylight. It was planned just a little bit, but we're glad you chose this one. So you voted to make a divine killer, which you named the Judgment. Something beautiful, but also terrible. Seeking to cleanse the world of its definition of sin. So we should have cool concept, yeah?
すごいね。これ誰だ?
Grand. The survivor you named Aurora. I can't say it in English. It's impossible.
今までいないおばあちゃんキャラ。
She's really cool. She's a spiritual scientist.
おじいちゃんいるのおばあちゃんいないもんね。
She comes from a post-apocalyptic world. All things you've decided. One destroyed by the judgment.
いいと思う。
You also voted for the name of the chapter, Chorus of Sin. A fitting title that captures
それ
the
おばあちゃん
essence
キャラ
of
欲
its
しい。
themes and the content you helped create. To everyone who voted and took part, thanks for partnering with us. It was a super ambitious project. It was challenging for us, but it was so cool to be surprised by your choices. And we can't wait to share the finished results with you. And until then, one last reveal. We want to say that Chorus of Sin will be officially released in August.
じゃあさっきのあれなのかな。お、すごい。オフィシャルリリース。これ何これ。なんかこれが別モードってやつなのかな。
Now, okay, back in 2024, about 12 years ago, we took a bold step exploring the world of Dead by Daylight alongside supermassive games with the casting of Frank Stone. Shush! You don't know what I'm gonna say.
12年ほど。
Now, not only did we get an opportunity to take a detour from the typical Dead by Daylight gameplay to deliver an experience that's focused on the narrative, but it also let us explore a story outside of the fog for the first time. And so, the moment it launched, one thing was clear: you wanted more, mainly to see us follow up Frank Stone's origin story by having him take his rightful place in the entity's trials. And now he is. The casting of Frank Stone is coming to Dead by Daylight as an official chapter.
エンティティのトライアル時代。あ、フランクストーン2027年。おー、じゃああれか、フランクストーンの次回の作品か。
That's the stuff.
Yeah. All right,
や
so
来たね。
let's continue with more awesome stuff. So now we want to talk about a
面白
brand
かったよ、フラン
new
クストーン。
map coming to Dead by Daylight in December. Okay, so this map is incredible. It's a realm
12 月
it's
に。
where we've never been before in the world of Dead by Daylight. And this setting is a place that should feel safe. It's something that we all know, but that there's something really unexpectedly familiar but extremely creepy about it. So, welcome to the mall.
わーなってるね。あー、ちょっと待って。いや、でもこれ別マップだもんね。ショッピングモール街。ショッピング街。へえ。
Oh, Dwight, why are you in there?
いや、ありそうで確かにないよね。モール。
Yeah. So, we actually asked you what type of map you wanted to play in.
じゃあ
And
室内
the
マ
mall
ップ。
was a very, very top thing you wanted to see. And the other top thing you wanted to see are liminal spaces. So we thought to merge the two together. So the mall will have
10
this
ぐらい
visual
隠して。
style, this visual interest of your typical map, a typical mall, but very creepy and rich and filled with that liminal space goodness that we love. So, it's a very interesting map, and you'll see, because it is an interior, of course, a mall is interior, but the level design team really designed it like an exterior. It has a lot of verticality, which creates something truly unique and something that we've never experienced before. We are also taking this opportunity of this realm to be able to add a little bit more lore about some of our original characters or older characters. So the mall is going to be about one of Dwight's trauma.
オリジナルキャラクター。え？登場させたいと思ってる。
So, the mall map will be released in December.
Okay.
めっちゃ熱狂してる。いいね。
Thank you. Okay. All right. From one kind of horror to another. As you know, last year we brought an end to our
12月
Twisted
リリース。
Masquerade. It was the last time, right? It was a lot of fun.
It gets
but we're excited to be celebrating our 10 years with something new, which you've seen a little bit here
Twisted
and there, right,
Masquerade.
in the intro video. Because what's an anniversary without a little indulgence?
On that note, you are cordially invited to this year's event, something we're calling the Black Banquet, where you will be free to experience the finest dining the fog has to offer. Now let's give you a taste.
これ新モードってことかな。
His name is Turkey Boy.
Yes. Well, we don't know if that's his name. We'll let these people decide how Turkey Boy is called. Okay, so to set the table for this year's anniversary event and how it will all work, please help me welcome Dork.
Hello, and thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
I love you too. But I'm working now. Thank you. And we're all excited to be kicking off a new anniversary event theme this year. And as you can
6月
probably tell by
25
now,
日からって
Black
書いて
Banquet
あっ
is
た。
all about
なんかね、書いてあったね。6
finding
月
it, devouring it,
書いてあったんじゃないあ
and
れ。
if you're the killer,
6月25から来
poisoning it.
月の14日
Every
まで
Black Banquet trial will feature two
遊べるイベント。
courses. A main course that sets a unique global effect for the entire trial, and a dessert phase that
great.
kicks in late in the match and gives new buffs. Survivors will gather and combine food
毒を
for
持った
team
り。
bonuses, while killers will be trying to corrupt the feast, poisoning the food and the objects around the
皆
map.
さん一緒に
And
集ま
I've
って
gone
食
against
事をここ
this.
で。
It's a lot. There's a lot of more depth and nastiness that you can expect in this event, so if you want a full breakdown, just tune into that Let's Play that they were talking about earlier on June 25th. But here's something to get you hungry for more.
So, yeah.
え、プレイ見せてくれる？
We'll get at
見
some
せてほしいん
point
だけど。
deep into the
6
lore of
月
the Black
25
Banquet,
日。
but the only thing I can say right now is that it's a formal affair. So you need to suit up, right?
And of course we do, because the Black Banquet collection is part of the event and the perfect way to celebrate. These outfits have a real culty and vibe to it, and a great contrast between the opulent style of what characters are wearing and these very rustic, animalistic masks that play a bit on mythology.
Can we see?
We sure can. Oh my goodness. I really love that already. Cannot wait to get it for myself, so add it to my account.
Okay.
あ、これドクターじゃない？
Look at that, look at that.
え、じゃあさっきのまーちゃんかな？ドクターっぽい。
So we've got outfits for our OGs, Dwight, Kate, and Claudette.
これトラッパーか？
And we've got outfits for the Trapper, the Legion, the Oni, the Doctor.
いいじゃん。
Let's go!
モレルっぽいのあれ。ケイとか真ん中。
These will all be available in the
誰
store
ドワイトか？
along with killer weapons, survivor masks, badges, banners that can all be unlocked by completing the event quest. The Black Banquet officially runs from June 25th to July 16th.
電気の武器。
Soon.
サバイバーのマスク、バッジバナ。
But now, thank you, Matt and Dave. You can get off my stage. Thank you. So we've been talking a lot today about the story of Dead by Daylight throughout the show, and we can't ignore a part of that experience that's grown far beyond what anyone could have ever imagined, and that is our collections. And who better to chat with me about that than someone who's been instrumental to this process and shaping the look of Dead by Daylight for many years.
髪型がちょっと違うと分かんなくなるからね。
Associate art directors, Sarah Robinson.
Yeah, clap her up, clap her up. Hi, everyone. Cosmetics are something that the art team has always had a fantastic time with. And like you said, this part of the game might have started simply, but over the past decade, it has grown to include over 5,000 cosmetics.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
For our licensed characters, it's a way to show off their different eras, revisit their iconic looks, maybe for us to create a few new ones. And for original characters, survivors, killers, outfits are a way to learn more about who these characters are and explore the what-ifs of their lore. But for you guys, this is a place for you to connect with our characters and how they express themselves in the game.
And it's always so interesting to see just which outfits and cosmetics you all gravitate to and how you create looks of your complete own. There's a couple of names floating within the community of outfit names that I love you guys for it. I love you. Clap up your creativity, okay? Clap up your creativity. Especially because, yeah, you all deserve it. Especially because we have such a variety of different collections, something that I'm sure the team is super proud of.
Absolutely. For example, our most popular original collections are Waterfront Massacre, probably not a surprise. Our beach collection, and so that's our beach collection. Cozy Break, I think you're also familiar with that. Tricks and Treats, Holiday Horror, our Halloween and Christmas collections especially. We're also excited to be rolling out some new original outfits with the upcoming Rift called Sunflesh, featuring an ornate desert-themed collection. Let's take a look.
あ、新しい服か。春ね。
Oh my god.
Eating well. Yeah.
クリスマスコレクション。
That's the rave, baby.
え、なんかクリスマスになるからこれ電飾がついてんのか。
Oh my goodness.
So coming with this riff, we've also got some gorgeous community-related outfits.
Yeah,
Let's
just
take a look at some of the
してくれんのかな。
concepts the team and the community have worked on for these collections. Let's take a look at.
あ、みんちゃん。みんちゃん。なんだあのカバン。
The night.
え、これ誰だ？え、これ誰の衣装だこれ。
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't wait for
あ、
that one.
ナ
I
イ
can't wait
ト
for。that one. Okay. All right, let's take a moment. You got it. Okay. Collections also let us tap into other art forms like music. Metal, for example, has always been intertwined with horror, so bringing Into the Fog just made sense. First, we will be adding a new Eddie Legendary for the Huntress to celebrate 50 years of Iron Maiden.
お、あれ、もしかしてまた新しくコラボしてくれるのか。
And finally, we'll be expanding that metal theme with a new collaboration and collection releasing in. Wait, I have to pull this back. Oh,
誰のやつだ
I
今
took my
の。
watch off. 2 days.
新しいコラボと新しいコレクション。
What's up? I'm Tony Hawk, and this is the new video for Play Dead by Ice Nine Kills. Don't die.
「アイアンメイデン」ああ。いやなんかあれ前もと思ったけどやっぱりそうか。あれドワイトっぽいのが歌ってるぞ。なんか綺麗なドワイトみたいなお、綺麗なドワイトが襲われてる。あお、抜けるのかあれ行くのか。 これ以上も出てきてるね。あ、板ぶつけたな。痛い痛い痛い。あれゴスペムか。新スキンがちゃんとあれだな、演奏してる人たちジェイクっぽかったりドワイトっぽかったりエースっぽかったりもしてたね。パート2。あれ
Oh my God, yeah, so make sure to tune in to on their channels for more behind the scenes for that amazing music video. We're huge fans of Ice Nine Kills, Spencer Chanras, and the band are masters of blending metal and horror movies. The new Ice Nine Kills collection will feature band t-shirts for Jeff, Kate, V, Yoonjin, Meg, and Dwight.
ドワイト。いいじゃんいいじゃん。ケイトも。ね、リージョンもね出てたね。
And a mask for the Legion, all of which were designed in direct collaboration with the band itself.
ユージン、メグ。
You'll be able to get your hands on all of them in game starting June 16th.
Now, another thing we love about
いや
collections
結構良かったね。ナースも出てたけどナースもあんのかな。
incredible franchises that already
6月
exist within
16
Dead
か
by
ら。
Daylight. Taking these worlds and watching them grow inside our own is always exciting. When it comes to
なん
that,
かすぐ
it's
追加
hard
され
to
そうみたい
find
な
a
こと書い
set
て
of
あったね。
survivors that are more perfect to exist in our game than the ones from The Walking Dead. Rick, Michonne, and Daryl and Maggie are coming up on about their first year in the fog, and they're about to get some company with
ウォーキングデッド。
two new legendary outfits for Rick. The first new outfit will be released in August, and he's one we've gotten a ton of requests for since we've launched the chapter.
リックのために。
He's a fan favorite
8月にリリースされる。え？
and someone anyone would be happy to have by their side in the trial, Glenn.
いやーグレンね好きだったんだよ。好きだったんだよって過去形なんだけど。今の曲でバンだろうね。これミラー配信はもうやばいよね。2つ目のキャラクターレジェンド。
If you haven't guessed it already, we're of course talking about Negan.
特別なキャラクター。ちょっと待って、グレンとおいまさかそれ一緒にしちゃダメなんじゃない？それは一緒に。 ニーガンが来るんじゃないの？それ一緒にしちゃダメなやつなんじゃない？それとあれは別。それとあれ一緒に来たらいかんやろ。いやグレン、マギーがいるのにグレンいないもんね。でもグレンはてんてんてんっていう感じだから。でもな、ニーガンどっちかっていうともう生存者の方だからね。
And at the end of this month, we'll continue to expand the Silent Hill universe in Dead by Daylight with a new legendary for Cheryl. The new Silent Hill legendary outfit will transform her into Shimizu Hanaku from
え、シェリル。
Are you interested? Yeah, do you like this?
あ、シェリルの新しいのが来る。
We also have another
盛り
Silent
だ
Hill
くさんだ
legendary
ね。
outfit coming next year. But we wanted to share it with you today. It transforms the spirit into one of Silent Hill's most iconic monsters after Pyramid Head, the ever creepy nurse.
おお。あ、これちょっと待って。最新作じゃない？やば。来たな。来ちゃったね。最強の高校生じゃなかった？この子。おわ、ちょっと待って。服装、ちょっと待って。服装がさ、ピチッとしてたね。だね。最新作じゃない？あれ。キャーじゃない。
That's two very different sides of Silent Hill coming both to Dead by Daylight and oh my goodness. Okay, so speaking of worlds
いや、
colliding,
来ないのかなとは思ったけど、最新すぎるしなと思ったら。すごいね。マップとかもどうなんだろう。追加されるのかな。
Let me finish. I'm talking darkness, corruption, the fight
こ
for
れでも
survival. Get ready
新
for
サバと新
another
キラーってことでいいの
universe
か
that
な。
feels right at home in the entity's realm, Diablo.
あ、ディアブロ。ナースじゃないんかな。ナースなのかな。見た目完全ナースだけど。
Really excited about this one. We based our designs for the collection primarily on Diablo 4, with our killers bringing some true demonic presence into the fog, while our survivors become everything from necromancers to barbarians. As always, we'll be interpreting Diablo as iconic characters to fit the world of Dead by Daylight. That said, we worked really hard to deliver lots of little details that you'll be expecting for these characters in the game.
スピリットか。ああ、なるほど。確かにカクカクしてるしね。リンちゃんの別の好きみたいな。やばい、ちょっと知らないからあんまり盛り上がれないな。知ってる人はもううわーじゃない。
My heart. And finally, this last collection coming out in December, if you can believe it, is one of our most requested from over the years. What? No.
いろんなコラボ来たからちょっとあれだよね。どうしていいか分かんなくなってきた。何年にもわたってリクエストがあったキャラ。1969年からの169ミステリーということで。
might just be hiding in plain sight. And sometimes that monster is a guy in a rubber mask.
何？やばい、海外だとめっちゃ盛り上がってる。これなんだ？有名なのかな？ラバーマン。 スクービー。スクービーサバイバーに変わる。有名なのかな。ちょっと日本だと分かんないからね。海外だと有名なのかな。可愛いじゃん。スクービードゥって聞いたことあるの。懐かしいやつ。でも1969年っつってるから相当イヌシエの時代のじゃない。めっちゃ盛り上がってるね。なんかリクエストがいっぱいあったって言ってたからやっぱ有名なんだろうね。
Thank you, Dork. I'm over here. I can't believe I just heard the word Scooby-Doo. I am joined by the ever-radiant Evo. How are you doing?
I am doing so good. I'm even better now. I'm irradiant right now.
Yeah, and that set of collections, it's almost too many to count. What's your reaction?
I'm gay. I can't count.
Is that a thing?
Also, I just want to say, I went to call the Canadian police because
すごいね。で
Dork
も
has
相
stole my
当いろいろ
husband.
コラ
Glenn
ボ
is my
で。
husband, Dork. Let's get that straight.
Yes.
男の騒ぎじゃないもんね。やっぱ10周年ってだけやって。
Scooby-Doo. Is she coming?
I can't say. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to say. You got
カ
to
ナデ
see
ィアン。
white. That's all you get right now.
私の音です。グレン。
Cosplay Hinako.
グレン好きな人は多かったと思うよ。
Absolutely. You are a master, a mistress of
私も
makeup.
推しだったもんね。いや推しちゃいけないと思いながらもなんか
that we're doing that's related to makeup.
推しちゃったもんね。
Yes.
ウォーキングデッドで。
So
みんな大好きだったからね。
someday we're going to get you in the game. Absolutely. So you might have noticed. Yes. You might have noticed you might have noticed a sticker sheet in your goodie bag from a company called God Mode.
Oh, yes.
God Mode is amazing, and one of their owners, Chloe Grace Moretz, has sent us a little video that we wanted to show here today. So let's check it out.
Yes.
Hello everyone, Chloe Grace
あれ
Moretz here. Ignore the little bit of blood on my face,
どうしたの
which I'm sure you guys know.
怪我してる。
I am on set filming right now, but I just wanted to say happy 10th anniversary to Dead by Daylight. My beauty brand God Mode is so excited to be partnering with Dead by Daylight on exciting new collections.
どうした怪我したの？
If you want to know more about that, follow us at God Mode Beauty to keep updated. Enjoy your day and have fun.
え？
Yes.
まさか DBD の映像にあんな有名な人が出てくれるだなんて。
Yeah, I worked on that. That was really good. So check that out. There's going to be a God Mode collection coming later. We'll talk about that in a little while down the road. But we need to keep the show rolling. And our next segment, I hope you're going to like. It's with Nathan Sellin from Behavior. He has some things he's cooked up in the indie game
え、
space.
まさかニコラス・ケイジみたいに追加されるとか
That I think you'd like to hear
じゃ
about.
ない
So
よ
let's
ね。
bring Nathan up and see what he's cooking. Thank you so much.
クロエちゃん、そうクロエちゃんでもホラー映画みたいなの出てたっけ？いやないよね。個人的に DVD 好きで出てくれたみたいな感じなのかな。
Hi everyone, I'm Nathan Sellin, Behavior's Deputy CEO. I'm glad that the level of applause was about equivalent to Dwight's trauma. That's what I was really hoping for. I do have to apologize. I am here to talk to you about games that are not Dead by Daylight. But they're great games. I promise they're great games. Last year, Behavior published It Has My Face, an indie title developed by Nightbite Games.
いつ出んだろう、イットの話
It
は。
Has My Face was a paranoid nightmare where you
いろ
had
ん
to
な話あ
hunt
ったよ
and。kill your own clone before it killed you. And it was successful. Our team learned a lot about indie publishing. We had great feedback from you, our players. And we received so many
ああ、
incredible
新しいゲーム
pitches
ね。
from
いろいろ
other
と開発
developers
してる
who
っ
want
つって
to
た
work
もん
with
ね
us. And we want to work with them. So I'm here to announce that Behavior is going to be publishing more indie horror moving forward.
あ、もっと開発してほしい。
Yeah. I'm going to share 3 new games with you in just a moment.
あ、今
But
年
first
もあ
I
れな
want
の
to
かな、
talk about
新し
why
い
behavior is doing this,
ゲー
why
ム作る
we're
の
indie
かな。
publishing at all. And there are really 2 reasons. The first is that we feel behavior has a
3 つの
responsibility
新しいゲーム
to
に関して
support small talented studios.
前だって恋愛ゲームも作ってたもん
Behavior
ね
is a big company. We're over 1,000
DBD の
people
キャラと
with hundreds working on Dead by Daylight, or
遊
thousands
べ
if
る
you ask Reddit.
小
But
規
for a
模タイ
long
トル
time, we were a much smaller studio. Dead by Daylight's success took us to a new
だってフラン
level.
クストームなんか
And
そ
we
れ
feel
で
we have
作っ
a
たんだもんね。
responsibility to give that same breakthrough opportunity to emerging studios. Publishing indie games is how we're trying to share DBD's spotlight with small games that deserve a really big audience. The second reason we want to publish indie games is for you, our players. Here at Behavior, we're fans of horror, and we know that every DVD player is a horror fan also. Indie publishing gives us a way to share the horror games we love with the community that we think will
ク
love
ルイ
them.
ズキャリーに出た。
I'm really excited again to share 3 of those games with you today. The first game is Terrible Lizards from developers WDR Studios,
お、なんだ、恐竜っぽいぞ。
who are led by the team behind JT Music. Terrible Lizards, JT Music, yes. Terrible Lizards is coming to PC and console, and we're co-publishing it with Digital Pajamas.
テレブルリザード。
The second game is Don't Fret from developers Scary Kid
あ、なんだこれ。
Studios, who are led by the team behind Rocket Music.
デジタルパジャ
Don't
マ。
Fret is also coming to PC and console, and there's a demo on Steam you can play right now. We're also co-publishing that with Digital Pajamas.
ロケットミュージック。
And the third game is Mr. Magpie's Harmless Card Game.
なんか鳥っ
That's
ぽい。
developed
な
by
んだこれ。
Giant Light Studios. Mr. Magpie is going to be PC first, and we're co-publishing it with Montreal's own Gambit Digital.
マッピーマーズ。カード
Those
ゲー
of
ム。
you that were here with us today may have had a chance to try these games out at the Indie Station.
Giant
I'm not going to waste
Stu-
any time trying to
Studio.
describe them because these
モン
trailers
トリオ
will
ールの
do
ギ
a
ャン
much
ビット
better
デジタ
job.
ル。共同出版する。これ最初の恐竜のやつか。これ夜中に動き出すとかそういう。あ、なんだ。結構アクティブに動けるっぽいね。これ廃墟みたいになってるぞ。やっぱ鬼ごっこみたいな感じかな。隠れたり逃げたりみたいな。襲われたりっていう。なるほどね。
Welcome, welcome. We are
面白そうじゃない？
thrilled to have you here at Harmonic Heights.
No matter what happens, I want you to know I always loved you.
Hello?
You're in Harmonic Heights, Fred.
わ、謎解きみたいな。
The school.
君をついに愛している。
I was wondering when you'd finally find time to pay me a visit. The only way for a student to leave Harmonic Heights is the winter recital. Scattered around the school are talent canisters, each containing the very essence of brilliance and potential.
What are these things?
I don't know, Fred. Nobody does.
You've given me no choice. You made me do this.
謎解きながら逃げるのかな。
Now run along. Don't bet, it's a world of mystery. Don't bet, strum along and you
あれでもなんか今年の 10月え、じゃあもう結構できてんのかな。お、あとなんかカードゲームのことも言ってたね。これなのかな。え、殺されちゃう負けると殺されちゃうやばいやばい。ハートなくなると殺されるのか。命がけのカードゲームってことか。
All three of these games will launch later this year, but you can wishlist them right now. Where's the camera? Wishlist them right now. With It Has My Face, we encourage players to try the game by offering them rewards in DBD. We're going to do the same thing for Terrible Lizards and Don't Fret and Mr. Magpie. As the game gets closer to launch, there they are. We're only going to preview 2 today, but there's a dinosaur wearing a hat and a severed puppet head. Like we have to
DBD
show
も
these today.
出てくんだ。
One last thing before we go back to DBD. We know some of you don't love this little interruption, and I'm probably talking right to Twitch chat here.
それカード魔除けもらえる
You
のかな。
only want DBD in your DBD
フラン
stream,
ク
not
ス
these
トーンの
other
時もそうだ
random
ったもんね。
games. And to
あ、
help
服もら
address
え
that
るとか。
frustration, let you focus the hate, we're giving our indie publishing efforts a mascot. This is Misbehavior. Soon she will dance and do evil shit, but right now she's just a picture and a play on words. Moving forward, we'll have this brand on all the indie games we publish. So instead of complaining and saying, get this indie stuff out of my DVD stream, you can say, get Misbehavior out of my DVD stream. Just rolls off the tongue with a sour taste. I'm going to leave you with something that is very much DBD, an experience created here at Behavior that will bring you closer to the entity's realm than you ever thought possible. Thank you.
あれ、そういえばなんかイットの話まだ出てないよね。これは出てくるのかな。
Okay, so as we've said many times over the course of the show, Dead by Daylight exists because of you. Yes, because the time, the energy, and the passion you've invested into this game over the past 10 years. Now, when it comes to the future of a game like ours, that's been around for as long as we have, there's always one question people ask us. In fact, it might be a question that you have on your mind right now. When's Dead by Daylight 2? Now, the answer is, we're not doing that.
No.
We've said that before. We're saying it again right now. That's not going to change anytime soon either.
Well, and to be honest, based on your reaction, it feels like I could skip this paragraph, but I'm still going to say it. Why not? Why are we not doing a DBD 2? It's because we feel we have a responsibility toward you, our players, and that is to respect the time and the money that you have invested. Starting over.
あ、DVD 次やらないのか。まあ確かにね。確かにね。
Starting over will mean leaving too much behind, and that's not a trade we are willing to make. But of course, we feel the same way you do the need for the game to take a big step forward. So instead of launching a sequel, we are evolving Dead by Daylight.
Okay, I hope you still have some gasps in you and some whoo and ah, because it's going to be quite a bit at this point, okay? So we just don't want Dead by Daylight to continue, right? We don't, I mean, it's great, but we want it to grow into something that will make the next 10 years as exciting as possible, bigger than the first 10. We want to strengthen our foundation while opening the door to the future. Most importantly, we want to create the best possible experience for you on the long term.
All right, so we are going to start actually with a few disclaimers, because who doesn't like disclaimers? So today, first thing is, we are going to share things much earlier than we usually do. This will be an ambitious update, probably the biggest in the history of the game. It will release more than a year from now, so it is early. Why are we talking about it now? Because we wanted to be transparent about the direction we are taking, in order for all of you to be able to react positively or negatively, and to share your concerns if you have any. One thing to note as well is that this update that we're going to talk about is being worked on by a dedicated team working hand in hand with the core team. So we are not going to slow down the content and the features and the experiences that you are going to have on Dead by Daylight.
Okay, so let's start.
Let's go.
Yes, I'm excited. Okay, so of course, we can create any sort of horror story in any sort of style. We've seen some great indie titles here that can be horrific, that can be scary. You know, 2016, a long time ago, Dead by Daylight didn't look as it looks today. And we have ambitions. We want to create a world that is looking amazing, that push the horror further. We want to push the look and feel. We want to make it more immersive. So what we're looking into is not just an evolution of, you know, it's not just a coat of paint. It's also making the trials of Dead by Daylight something even more interesting, to a level that you never felt before in our game. So here's a quick breakdown of what we're focusing on right now, okay? So I'm not sure when the assets are going to come here. It's some work in progress.
もしかして
So we start with new character model. We will be reworking the
ビジュ
faces
アル
of our
が
characters so that they are
生まれ変わるぞもっと綺麗になるっぽいぞ。前も変えてたよね。お、なんか待って、綺麗になってる。ちょっと待って綺麗になってる。綺麗なドバイトになってるよ。あ、モレルはモレルっぽいけど、でも綺麗になってるね。綺麗になってる。あれ変わるぞ。おー、綺麗になってるね。すごいすごい。いや、確かにでも10年前だと全然違う。ちょっと嬉しそう。ちょっとむしろ嬉しそう。ちょっと待って、痛いっていうかちょっと嬉しそう。嬉しそう。ちょっと待って、嬉しそう。嬉しそうなんだけど。みんなあんな嬉しそうになるんか？俺。ちょっとあれだね、髪型もナチュラルになるね。お嬢様感がすごかったけど。すごいね。ビジュアル綺麗になるって。全員なのかな？前もさ、ちょっとグラフィック古いからさ、ちょっと綺麗にするみたいな感じで変わったよね。いやでも確かに10年ぐらいやってんだったらね、確かにそうだよね、古すぎるかもないしね。 こうリニューアルみたいな感じで。
which is pretty cool. So there is a little sneak peek of what we're working on in there. It's not
あとはバグらないこ
CGI,
と、
it's
それが
actually
一番
from the
大事
game,
か。
and it's actually from what we're
き
working
れ
on
い
right
に
now.
する、バ
So
グ
let's
ら
have
な
a
く
look.
す
We
る。
have some stills from maps we're working on right now.
あ、マップも？ああ、すごいじゃん。すごいすごい。あ、雰囲気出てるね。ちょっと遠くの方見づらそう。いいじゃんいいじゃん。あ、いい雰囲気出てるね。ホラーっぽい。ホラーなんだけど。ああ、すごいじゃん。雨も？視界結構悪いよ。いや、当たね。いやでもさ、マップすっごいいっぱいあるよ。もう何十、30とかあるのかな。全部きれいにするのかな。ちょっとずつ。マップ系はなんかいじってるからね。明るくしたり暗くしたり。すごいじゃんね。ホラーっぽいよ。ホラーゲームだけど。こんなところから新四のシネキラーとか来たらさ、ギヤーってなるんじゃない？いいじゃん。やった。草も生やしといて、トラッパーのために。あ、やった。草結構いいじゃん。いい仕事してる。ちゃんと生やしといてね、大事なとこには。すごい綺麗だよ。いいじゃんいいじゃん。トラッパーのために草をお願いしたい。板回りとかチェイスポイントの草に。いや、めちゃくちゃいいよ。素晴らしい。バグらないといいね。あとね。じゃあマップもこれからちょっとずつ。雨降ってたね。嵐？血の雪？血の雨。いいじゃんいいじゃん。竜巻とか。サメの竜巻の映画あったけど。サメ降ってくるか
？We're also taking great care for our most important character, the entity,
すごいね。天
to be
候も
present in a more meaningful way
天気の効果。
in all of our realms.
ああ、じゃああれなんだ。同じマップでも天気効果がいろいろ
Of course, with
出たりするかもしれないんだ。
all the great visuals, we're also reworking the audio system to systems
昔
that
霧が濃
react
くなる
more
っていう
naturally again. So
や
how
つあ
you
っ
would
たから
expect a
ね。
sound to
オファリ
travel,
ング。
you know, go through a window, be stopped by a wall, stuff like this. Be
天
dampened
候
by a
システム
carpet.
いい
These
ね。
are kind of things that we will add to the game. Sorry. Yes.
いい感じよ。いい感じ。
So yeah, we're really excited about all of this graphical rework, character, animation, audio, levels. It's going to create like an amazing horror experience. So immersive and cool. I'm excited.
So, it is something that we have
キャラクターのアニメー
started
シ
to
ョン
work
か。
on a while ago. But with
オーディオ
10
の
years
様
of
々なレ
content
ベル。
to update, as you can imagine, it is a huge undertaking. So we are currently targeting 2027 for this update, the second half of it.
I love
あ、
you.
ロードマップとかなんか一覧みたいなの出ないのかな今年は。
Beyond how the game looks and feels, a key area for us to focus on is the gameplay experience and how to refresh it a decade later. So, something we want to do and we have wanted to do for as long as we can remember really, is to give you tools to be able to create new things. So, in addition to the visual updates, we will officially be opening up Dead by Daylight to what we call sandbox modding. So we are currently working on a suite of tools, modding tools, that we are going to put in your hands in the same update in 2027. Naturally, there will be some rules and restrictions to follow that we will share details on soon, but we cannot wait to see you create new maps, new modes, and everything in between that you will create for each other.
ルールがいくつかある。新しいマップ、新モード。
Alright. And of course, in addition to the sandbox modding, we of course want to keep adding new experiences ourselves. You know, over the past few years, new modes like Lights Out, Chaos Shuffle, and especially 2v8 has been highly popular, and we want to do more. So, the first one, early 27, will be a brand new 1v1 experience for Dead by Daylight.
あ
Alright, so it is really the classic slasher formula, no perks, no items, just pure killer and survival thrill gameplay inspired by the competitive scene of DBD.
あ、クラシックのところか。ピュアな嫌い。
Matches will be best of 3, with players getting to play each role within a round, and the scoring will be based on how long they survive. It's fast, it's intense, and the early feedback we got on playtest has been really positive.
It's finally this symmetrical version of the famous symmetrical horror game you love. So as Jose explained, we want to create all of these new modes for you. And one thing that is in R&D all the time and that we're exploring is ways to offer horror scenarios that the 4v1 format doesn't allow us to do. So when we imagine horror movies, sometimes it just doesn't fit that mold. So there's tons of that, but the one that we're really excited about right now, still in prototype, and we want to show it to you today in a very, very, very early stage. You're going to see it's not even in the game engine right now, is a zombie scenario, zombie mode. So I'm going to explain quickly what's happening here. So it's still a 4v1
これプロトタイプだったのかな。
that are bots going around the levels. The objective for the survivor is not to repair gen, but it's to create vaccines and to become hunters of zombies. They have to stealthily or in a group, kiting zombies, go and stab them in the back with the vaccine to cure them. Once enough are done, they can escape. So, of course, the zombies can bite, and they can become, survivor can become zombies. So that's also pretty interesting. As a survivor that's a zombie, there's some actions you can do. The DBD twist here is that, of course, there's a killer around as well. The killer's objective is not to kill and put on hook anymore. It is to transform every survivor in zombies. They can use their power, whatever it is, to infect them further, and then they can also help the zombies by guiding them around so that they infect survivors faster. So it's been a pretty interesting one.
Yes. I have to admit, I really like the low poly version of our characters. Really neat. All right, so we have talked about visual updates, we have talked about new gameplay experiences. What we want also to say very quickly is that what you have seen today is only the tip of the iceberg of a multi-year evolution of essentially every part of the game. So you can expect topics like onboarding, progression, meta evolution, balancing, quality of life to be discussed more during the year.
Now, I'm sure you have a lot of questions about a lot of the stuff that we've talked about today. We will cover more of this in the next month in a full live stream dedicated to the future of Dead by Daylight specifically, so make sure to follow our channels for those details. Now, everything we've shared, everything we've talked about today only exists because this community believed in Dead by Daylight from the start and for the past 10 years. We know you love roadmaps, so here's everything we've shared with you today in roadmap form.
書いてあるね、書いてある。
Time to take photos.
なんだあれ。後ろから2番目のやつ。
There's so many
あれ、新モードのやつかな。あ、あれだ。フランクストーンだ。いや、結構目白押しだね。でも全てやり遂げないといかんからね。だってさっきのにプラスマップのやつとかビジュアル変えたりとかなんやかんやあるんだもんね。
Now, whether you've
で
been
そこにプラ
with
ス
us
イットだ
from
よ
the
ね。
start or you've just taken your first steps into the fog, we are very grateful to have you here with us. Thank you for helping us celebrate 10 years of Dead by Daylight, and here is to the next 10.
盛り上がってるね。あ、いいいいね。すごいよね、10年同じゲーム。
A huge shout out to everybody who made this possible. The dev team, obviously, the people have been working on this.
より良くなってる。
All of our very, very gracious partners that have come to join the fog and enjoyed their time there, and everybody who made this event possible. There's a ton of people back there pedaling like crazy, making sure that things work. Thank you so much.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Until then, we'll see you in the fog. And now let's check with Eric for one last time.
Bye.
All good.
これあれかな。ああれテリファーじゃないこれ。そうだよね。いや見たことないけどさ、なんかすごい印象に残るさ、ホラー映画だよね。いや見たことないんだよねこれ。え、これ出てきたってことはそういうこと？今年の11月登場。ちょっと映画見てみないとな。私11月ってもう半年もないんじゃない？あれでもなんか「イット!」出てくるみたいな感じのこと言ってたけど、なんか特に映像っぽいのなかったね。ちょっと待って、なんかいろいろとあれやこれやといろいろ言われすぎててだいぶ混乱してるな。11月にテリファーでしょ。あとフランクストーンがなんか後ろの方に書いてあったね。とあとはウォーキングデッドのグレンが追加されることと、あとなんかすごいまがまがしいキラーが数ヶ月後に追加されるみたいなこと言ってたし、あとサイレントヒルの方からあれだよね、あれ好きになるのかな、おひなこちゃんと、あとなんかりんちゃんの別スキンっぽいかなり際どいナースみたいな。あとまだなんか他にもあったよね。アイアンメイデンコラボでしょ。あとなかったかな。トラッパーの罠が見にくくなったらいいなって。あ、そうね、草ね。あと天候のことも言ってたしね。マップの方もちょっと回収するし、キャラクターの方もやっぱちょっと10年ぐらい経っちゃってるから新しいモデルに変更するですっごい綺麗になったし、あと天候システムね、いろいろ言ってたよね。なんか濃霧、嵐、血の雪、血の雨みたいな。で冗談で言ってたと思うけど、なんかサメが降ってくるみたいなこと言ってたよね。多分サメが降ってくるは多分ないと思うけど、みたいな天候があるよみたいな。あとあれだったね、なんか新しいモードのことも言ってたか。 確か10日後ぐらいかな。10日後、ジェイソンも10日後ぐらいに来るんだっけか。そのタイミングでなんか新モードのやつも来るみたいな言ってたんで、10個以上なんかあれやこれやといろいろと追加予定みたいな。いやー、すごかったね、すごかった。でもあれなのかな、生存者の方はさ綺麗にするって言ってたけど、キラーのビジュアルはどうなんだろうね。やっぱ徐々にかな、徐々に綺麗にしていくみたいな。キラーだとあれだもんね、一輪車視点だからキラー綺麗になってもキラー側わからんしね。とりあえず最初サバやってみたいな感じなんかな。いやー、盛りだくさんだったね。あとあれか、CEO の人がさ、ビヘイビアの CEO の人出てきて、新しいモードが追加されます。新しいモードっていうか、新しいゲームが3つ追加されますみたいな。で、一応そのゲーム買うと、魔除けが各ゲームごとに一応 DBD 内で追加されるよみたいな言ってたね。あとあれか、フランクストーンのマップでなんかショッピングモール街みたいなのも追加されるよっつってたね。いやー、かなり追加されるね、この1年で。あと映画か、2027年から撮影開始みたいな。今まだあれかな、構想練ってるみたいな。触りの部分だけちょっと映像ありましたけど、いやー楽しみだね。結構長かったね、放送ね。何時から始まったっけ。9時ぐらいから始まって2時間ぐらいか。今年多かったね。毎年大体1時間ぐらいでなんかまとめられてたような気もするけど、今年はやっぱ10周年っていうことってだいぶ長めで力入ってたね。面白かったね。ということで、じゃあ10周年の記念配信の方はミラー配信ちょっとこの辺で終わりにしていこうかと思いますけれども、多分いろいろ攻略サイトの方にかなりたくさん情報出てたから、多分まとめられるのではないでしょうか。なのでちょっとわからなかったとか、途中から見ていろいろ見逃したみたいな人はそちら多分お待ちいただけるときっと上がってくると思いますので、ぜひともねチェックしてみてください。今言った項目以外にもちょっと漏れてるやつあるかもしれないから、ちょっとねまた自分もまとめられたら見たいと思います。はい、ということでね、10周年 DVD おめでとうございます。で、この先10年もまた続くようにみたいなこと言ってたから、またねいろいろと面白くなるといいですね。それではちょっとまたね配信の方でも DVD も今週もねやっていきたいと思いますので、またよかったら皆さん遊びに来てください。それではだいぶね朝方となりましたけれども、この辺で配信の方終わっていきたいと思います。それでは皆さんお疲れ様でした。